Welcome to your revenue reboot. We're going to do things a little bit differently on this video. So we are going to have some fun. We're going to ask each other some interesting questions. Y'all are going to find out why we are collaborating together. Y'all are going to find out a little bit more about us, what made us like each other, all the things. But we want to make sure that you remember that we want you to come into Call to Thrive, the Revenue Reboot, which is a 6-week exclusive collaborative group mastermind experience designed to elevate and revamp your marketing, refining your message, and reigniting your mindset so that you can reboot your revenue.
That's right. That's right.
Ladies, welcome to our playhouse.
Welcome. So I'm going to ask our first question, and it is, how has our friendship contributed to you personally? And who wants to go first?
What has our friendship contributed to me? I can't really talk about our friendship until I talk about like how we all met. And so me and Tina, as I call her, and we've met before we met Kierra. So me and Justina met from a coach that we both had. And so we were in a coaching program with her, and she did and as a matter of fact, I still remember this lady was the only person who actually did this really well. After this, I've never seen anybody do it since. But our coach at the time took it seriously when she said she will pair you with a partner. And she did it because she had like our profiles and stuff. And she was going through all of our profiles, and she paired us with people who she felt based on your profile, I think y'all will hit it off. And that's exactly. So her name is Justina Ford. My name is Alicia Ford, and we are of no relations. Okay. She completely different state, grew up in a completely different time zone than me. And us coming together was divine. We had a lot of personality traits that were the same. We don't really think alike, but our capacity for information, in-depth conversations, we just saw a lot of similarities. And we were just like, I don't know about for her, I can't speak for her, but I was hooked, and I was like, I just want to keep talking to you. I don't ever want to stop because I don't have anybody else to talk to this. And we were both in our kind of pre-growth, our pre-revenue in the coaching space. Justina already had a business on the other side, but we were just coming into this coaching space. And so we were just constantly having ideas and throwing at each other. What do you think of this? Let me look at your stuff. You look at my stuff. And so we developed a friendship through our masterminding and having those one-on-one conversations. So how has our friendship through the years, and I think that was like
Almost 10 years ago.
Oh, no, I know. Well,
2015.
So it was like 2015. Yeah. So 2015. And so how has our almost 10-year friendship contributed to me personally? Having somebody who understands you just on a deeper level. It's not a surface level. Having somebody who accepts you on a deeper level. I'm sure y'all have all experienced having friends where you know for a fact you have to stop here with your personality. You cannot go further, because then it's gonna become a negative thing. And so you give parts of yourself to different people, but Justina has been the friend that she gets all of it. And to have a friend who can hold the space for that. And I get it. It's not that you're trying to be fake with people, which is why you give different parts, but you just learn very quickly. Especially, I say this, if you're not a shallow person, you have the capacity to hold a lot of space for individuals. You learn everybody doesn't have that capacity, no matter how much they love you. And so you don't try to put all of that pressure. It feels like pressure to them. So when you have that person who can hold that capacity for you and it doesn't feel like a burden, they'll listen to you, even if you talk for 30 minutes straight. They can hold it, they can hear you, they can handle it. It's not a burden to them. Justina is that friend for me. And just being able to call her at any moment, whether it's 7 o'clock in the morning, whether it's 7 o'clock at night, whether it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, just being able to have access, because that's one of my love languages. My love languages is time and presence and attention. Having somebody who gives you their full attention when she can, because she is a mom. I'm not gonna say I'm jealous of her children, but it's okay. The baby coming in there, Aunt Alicia, can I talk to? No, I'm talking to your mama. Get out.
Oh yeah, my kids know her name.
Get out. I'm talking to your mama. But yeah, but I love me some Justina. And then we have my beautiful friend Kierra. So I met Kierra, because I'm not gonna talk for Tina, but I met Kierra in a mastermind that we all came in together. It was a self put together mastermind. And just recognizing the same traits. She had a deep capacity. At the time, she was at a space in business where I was trying to get to. So there was a level of admiration at first that I had for Kierra. So I would say mine started out as respect and admiration. And then we were in this mastermind. So I'm listening to her ideas, I'm listening to her thoughts, I'm listening to how she speaks, I'm listening to how she shows up. And I never, and she's probably, because I've never vocalized this. So this is the first time I'm actually saying it out loud. She's
Real life.
I've never heard this. You've never asked these types of questions before. Yeah, so mine started out with as respect and admiration and just listening. And then and we had a steady call. So it was 4 of us. We had a steady call, I think like every other week. So it wasn't every week, but it was like every other week, at least twice a month. And we would pour into each other. We would give to each other. We would strategize with each other, all of these things. And I just love that space. And I recognize that outside of that space, you were not going to get that outside of what we had created.
Yeah.
And because of that, I wanted to hold on to Kierra as much as I could, because I knew any other way you were going to get that, you were going to have to pay thousands of dollars. Because at the time, people had masterminds where you were doing that, what we were doing, but you had to pay $10,000, $20,000 to be in those places. Whereas the group coaching programs were a lot different. There was no emphasis on interacting with the other people. It was just, you're watching the coach and learning, and she's just doing it he or she is just doing it in front of a bunch of people. So it wasn't the same thing. So I valued what I had developed with Kierra. And so I think I was the one that kind of slid in her DMs and was just like, hey girl, let's keep our friendship. Let's develop a friendship. Let's talk more. Here's my phone number, blah, 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 blah. And as I pursued her and courted her and into my friendship. And yeah, that's me. I've talked long enough.
I love it.
You are hilarious, girl. Look, I've talked long enough. Who's next? Is it you, Miss Kierra?
Sure. What our friendship contributes to me. So first off, yes, that was my first time ever hearing my friend say those things. I'm like, oh my goodness. But I do also want to just say, so when the 3 of us connected, I think it was like end of 2016, or I think it actually was like 2017. So that's how long that's been. And one thing I will say is I feel like when you are online, people one way. So some of y'all are looking at this and the way that Alicia's talking about me, but we all respect each other and see each other's amazing gifts and geniuses. But we didn't know each other at one point, right? So you just see what you see online. And so to come behind the scenes and we're like, oh, you're not just this way online. I actually like you. You're actually a real person. That's something that I'm so excited for the ladies to get access to inside the program, and for them to even find, for you all to even find your little pods and everything. That definitely is something that is what our friendship contributes to me, is just having a space where I feel like we're all pretty transparent online anyway, but it's another layer of transparency, vulnerability, safeness, right? We know we can come to our group with everything. And for me, being in a space where I said this in a video that we've also done about being a first generation college student, being the first in my family to be an entrepreneur. I didn't really have a lot of spaces to go to talk about business stuff. And so all my friends were like employees. And so it just was different. So that was something that I needed. But also, when you're saying like Kierra 2017, y'all, I'm a whole different me now. My friends, they know, they could attest to that. And just watching my experience and my evolution through God, through just everything in my life, the person I was back then, I was so into business. I was so focused. and to watch me grow over that time and become someone who I care about my home. I was raised by a single mom. So for me, wanting to create a lifestyle that was different than what I had ever seen. So I didn't have a dad in the home. My partner and I, that is very important for our family, is that we want our children to see the both of us. I didn't experience that. And so for me, getting to witness that with Justina, actually, her being married, I think 20 something, 20 years or something, like, she'll tell you 20. Okay. And having 3 children. I don't have children yet. I have 2 fur babies, but I'm not a mom yet. So I admire watching her. She's been an entrepreneur for 16 years. The bulk of her time as a mom has also been an entrepreneur. So there's stuff I'm able to go to her about when it comes to relationships and being a mom and how to balance that and allow that to work in harmony, that again, I don't feel like I can go to a lot of my family members or other people about and just truly trust them and know that what she particularly is saying to me, it's rooted in knowing all aspects of me. So we have a professional relationship, the 3 of us, but we also have that personal side. And when you're coming to someone like, hey, I'm looking to figure out, how do I fit motherhood into this right here? How am I fitting my business into my life? How am I fitting my business into my relationship, not my relationship into my business? And so coming to a person and being able to get feedback that supports the entrepreneur side of me that wants to thrive in my business and supports the personal side of me, that wants to prioritize my relationship and prioritize myself, like having someone who can give you support and feedback because they know you on a human level as, hey, I know this is important to you in your business and I know this is important to you in your life. Here's how I would merge them together. Versus sometimes when you go into all business spaces, they're only looking at business. They're not considering the personal life, and then all this other stuff is happening, or vice versa. So I just love that we have that dynamic. We're all at different stages in our personal lives and our like just journeys and stuff. And so being able to learn. And the other thing I want to say as far as what it contributes to me personally is, one thing I love about Alicia particularly is Alicia is the person who, she will get you thinking about stuff outside of just like your industry. She does that. She will call us out. Wait, this is how we do it in coaching or consulting, but don't forget, this is how the bigger market is doing this, or this is what's going on in marketing over here. And that's going to be such an asset to our members inside the program, because it really allows you not to get like tunnel vision on just your thing. We want to help you hone in, but also keeping in mind other elements that you need to. And for me, that is a big reminder, because I will go all in and be focused and be like this. And so to have someone who reminds you like, oh wait, don't also forget to consider this, that for me personally is not something that I often do. I put my head in the sand and I just focus on what we got going on. So that has been helpful for me in personal and in business, to just have this thought outside of just the thing that's going on here. So I have a lot, but I'll leave it there. We can talk all day, y'all.
We know we can.
All day.
We have.
And we have.
So,
Exactly.
yes. Oh my goodness. So our friendship, ladies, I am an introvert. I don't keep many friends. I'm just going to be, and when I say keep, it's not that I can't keep friends. I just don't bring people into my inner circle, because I'm very sensitive. I can feel things, and it contributes very much to being the mindset coach that I am. But I feel everything, and I can sniff fake from a mile away. And I'm not going to keep those people around me. I'm just not. You will be at a distance. And you ladies, real, but it's not real. Some people say real, and then they feel they have to have this toughness, or they have to have this abruptness about them. But when you can have real and vulnerability and sensitivity and all those pieces wrapped in one, that is what I get from Alicia and Kierra. And then there's also times when there's just a mirror that comes up. And then I'm like, oh, my friends, oh, they telling me about me, but I can receive it. You know what I'm saying? Because of the love, like the absolute pure agape love of God, like that we're supposed to be experiencing at church and other places, that I would love to see in so many other arenas out in the world. Like what we have is so unique, it's so special. And I will say it did birth out of professional places, right? Because Alicia and I, we met, we were accountability partners. My family and kids are running around. So if you hear stuff in the background, I apologize. But we met in an accountability group for a group coaching program. I met Kierra in this mastermind. Yes, professional. We are professional women. We are about our business. We ain't playing. We about our money, all of that. But we never neglect the personal side of things. We have a life to live, right? We want fulfillment in other areas than just business. So we've created this synergy amongst ourselves where we can come in and talk about business. We can come in and talk about the personal. And there's nothing like having a space where you can be weak, where I don't have to be on. That you got to find it. You have to find it. And if you join our program, we're going to connect you with other people and you're going to have accountability partners and you may be able to create what we have created. And knowing that's where our hearts are, and that's how we do business and that's how we do life. I hope that that informs you of how this group program will be ran. Okay. We're thinking about you as a whole person, not just your business. But don't get it twisted because we're about the business. So just talking about that our personal friendship and our relationship has been such a blessing to me. I almost told my husband the other day, haven't said it to him yet, but I almost told him this. I said, you better be thankful for Alicia and Kierra because they help me see, you know what I'm saying? When I can be more vulnerable. There's being the mindset person that can see things and have the emotions and all this stuff. That's my work and I'm good at it. But sometimes when it's time for me to be able to see myself or be more vulnerable and all that kind of stuff, I have y'all to help ground me in that, remind me that I don't have to say it quite like that. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're close to your own stuff, you're not always remembering your tools and your this and your that. You know what I'm saying? It's your stuff. So you have to have people that surround you and pour back into you. I'm always pouring out. But when I'm with you guys, I don't feel drained. I don't feel like it's unbalanced. It's like this beautiful harmony, symphony. We be making music, ladies. Okay. So I love y'all. I love y'all so much. And that's why I'm so excited to do this program with you all. I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else. For us three to come together and provide the resources and the tools and the strategies and just the container and the environment that we're going to pull and create together, it's just going to be so amazing for the ladies that join us.